What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. Gonna have a long talk today, man. Seen a lot of videos with the show lately. It's a quality game. It's a game that people care about. It's a game that the people making it want to be the best. And I've had to come to the realization that Madden is never going to be that game. Not Madden 22, not Madden 23, not Madden 24, not whatever they call Madden 25. And a lot of that is because the people working on it, in my opinion, don't care enough. Also, in my opinion, way too many of these people, Andre, Clint, are having their first experience in game designing and development on this product. They haven't had the ability to go out to other companies to see if they're capable of holding these positions outside of EA. To see if maybe other companies approach problems differently and net better results. But I want to talk about this pinned tweet here. I'm so glad he pinned this. I don't often give you guys analogies, but I want to give you one today. I want you to pretend that you're working at a fast food restaurant and you don't like this job. Okay? And one day you go in, you've had enough, and you just sit there and say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to pack this in and I'm just going to make these burgers. I'm not going to care. I'm not going to put passion. I'm not going to make sure all the ingredients are lined up, that the bun is square with the meat. I'm just going to throw these sandwiches together, wrap them, and chuck them in a bag. Because that's how I feel today. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has bad days. But understand, when you do that, you lose the ability to not hear the customer. Because the customer is now frustrated, not just because of a poor product, but because of a poor employee experience with the product. So you have to understand that your frustrations are echoed into the product you make, which will then be reflected back to you from the customer. You'll learn that if you go to more than one business. That the person providing the final product is given a reflection of what the customer feels that product is. If it's a poor product, you're going to get a poor reflection. So, Rex Dixon once infamously said, and I'm paraphrasing, you have to give me tangible feedback. You have to show me what's broken so I can replicate it, I can fix it. That's how game developing and design works. So for Swami to sit here and say, I think there's parts of the internet that are disconnected, provide serious feedback with examples of what you want to see. If my game is bad, tell me why. We all want it to improve. But then we get into the categorization, right? He wants to tell you that not only can he filter all this feedback, his opinion on the person providing that feedback validates whether he accepts it or not. And if you're berating him, belittling, harassing him, then your feedback is not welcome. It's where there's a real problem. There's a double standard. I've learned EA is a one-way street. You either do things as they want or you don't do business with them. That's why in 10 years, this game really hasn't improved. So for him to say that while sitting there knowing he had sit and typed to a customer, to a community member, that he didn't know the ins and outs of game developing. But in order to get this better game, he was going to pass along to work inhumane hours, not spend time with their families or take any time to relax. How is this not berating or belittling someone? Again, Andre, I'm trying to teach you business. I don't think you went to college for it. What you have to understand is, all these people that you think are harassing you and belittling you and berating you aren't doing that. They're a reflection of the poor product that you're working on. And clearly, based on this comment, you're frustrated working there as well. You ultimately have to know that you're not delivering the product, you're not delivering the experience that you want as a customer. We've all seen several examples now of the game breaking on you while you simply try to stream it. So imagine someone whose livelihood is dependent on streaming this game, whose income is dependent on sharing this game, others being interested in watching this game. while all of our views across the community fall off. You don't have to worry about that as much. You've got a dedicated check from EA just to continue to work on this product. But we're never going to get anywhere until we get some common ground. We're never going to get anywhere until there's an understanding that the user score of this game being below 0.5, not even a solid number, is not simply people being harassing or belittling or degrading to the individuals working there. No. That's how it's being excused. That's how it's being justified. That's the ideology of a child. This is the same ideology that a child has. And I'm not saying that to belittle or berate. I'm saying that because it's an honest assessment. Go into a kindergarten and take the farm toy away from a child, and that child will lash out at you. Not because he wants to know why you took the toy away, but simply because you did. It's the same mindset. I'm going to be mad at the person's action. I'm not going to understand what got them to that point. I'm mad that they're reflecting all this negativity back on me about my product. But I'm not going to care to understand why that person could get so mad. To be fair, this is the exact opposite line of thinking one needs to have. The proper line of thinking, again, as someone that's went to business school, Andre, Clint, is being appreciative and being thankful and saying, I understand that perhaps you've misguided some of your words into anger, but I appreciate how passionate you are about the game that I work on, that my income is dependent on selling. And even though I wish you could have approached this in a better manner, I want you to understand that your opinion, your feedback is important to me. It might be even more valuable because I see how upset you are, and I know that means that you expected better, and I intended to deliver that, and I failed. And I'm sorry, and it's not going to happen again. You know how far that would go to helping us understand that you're going to actually work to make the game better. Instead, we get this childish victim mentality. You've came and you've taken away my toy, therefore I will cry. I will try to make everyone feel sympathy for me so that you will reply by giving me the toy back, because that is all I want. It's not hard. It's not difficult. It's easy to understand. You have a fan base that is passionate, that wants a better product, that for years and years and years has been sold it but not delivered it. And if you're going to turn feedback away because you feel that those people are simply too mad to be listened to, well, then I've got news for everyone in the building at EA Sports. You're not going to be accepting feedback in 2 to 3 years because you are losing this entire community. And it's not just with a bad game. It's with an irreparable attitude of how this game got to where it is and how it's not going to get better. This culture needs to change so that the game can improve. No one is belittling you, harassing you. We all want the game better. We want you to start listening and stop categorizing it to do so. Love to know your guys' thoughts on this. Appreciate you guys watching this video, and you know when a game can't improve because of the mindset of the people working on it, there really is no way that I'm not going to be back in the week with more commentary.